So, long time no see. Apologies about that. Just started off the year pretty relaxed, pretty chill. Some personal things have been going on, but also just kind of been slacking a little bit, so can't blame it too much on anything external besides myself. But anyway, we're back here again. We're gonna do some Cryogold Dynamax battles. We have Cinderace, Phalanx, and Metagross. So these battles, actually, it took me a couple of tries to be able to solo them because, as you know, for Dynamax battles, there are those tier 3, which that's where Cryogo falls into. And for these tier 3 battles, they can be a little bit challenging for the fact that, you're gonna actually have to power up the Pokemon that you have. So for Cinderace, Phalanx, and Metagross, I powered them up. I believe it was all the way up to level 40, if not close to level 40. And I also did power up their moveset to like level 2, I believe. And also the shields for one of them for like level 2, if not for a couple of them. But so I tried it a couple of times previously to what you guys are seeing at this moment. And it didn't work because for some reason, my Pokemon, I guess, weren't powerful enough. So one thing that, or a couple things. So you are going to be needing Pokemon that are strong, obviously, against the typing of Cryogonal, which is going to be, anything that's strong against ice, which is either like fire types, which that's what Cinderace is, fighting types, which that's what Phalanx is, and or steel types, which is what Metagross is. Now I have Metagross leading in the back, and I bring it to the Dynamax because it has the strongest attack at this moment. So, as you guys see, when I do the full attacks, it takes off a good chunk, but that's because I also leveled up the attack as well. So you're going to want to go ahead and do that, otherwise it's going to do less damage when you're actually releasing those Dynamax moves. And also, as you guys did see, I did use a Max Guard shield, so that just gives you a good advantage at the very end once your first two Pokemon are going to be gone, because, obviously Cryogonal is going to be, um, taking those away faster than, you will be making damage. So those shields obviously are going to protect you, so then that way you actually have a good defense strategy coming with Metagross. So hopefully all that is making sense because I know that sometimes these Dynamax battles can be a little bit confusing since for Pokemon Go, we're always just used to raids, and raids are more so like of an attack issue versus like a defense issue. And I know you can, swipe to catch less damage, but most of the times for raids, you really are mainly just focusing on attacking. But for these Dynamax raids or Dynamax battles, you actually have to have a strategy, which I personally like a lot. They make them more engaging. They make them a lot more, just a lot more fun for the player. You actually have to think and have to again strategize, which that's something that I like. It's just better to have that in the game than just kind of have like a mindless tapping game, especially for Pokemon, because if you're just introducing Dynamax battles and making them exactly like raids, then in my opinion there's almost no point to having different type of battles if they don't have a different strategy. But anyway, yeah, as you guys see, now that powering up all three of my Pokemon actually does help, and I'm actually able to still have Phalanx like at the very end, which is going to give my Metagross a huge advantage to just be able to finish this off. But regardless, previously, again, before I had them all powered up and, close to level 40 in the movesets, again, there are a couple of resources that you're going to have to invest in. One of them being candy, of course. You're going to want as much candy as possible for all of these Pokemon because you are going to be using it when you power them up as well as Stardust, right? So Stardust is of course going to be probably the harder resource to get because Stardust, you accumulated less, and also star pieces are pretty expensive if you're gonna want a lot of Stardust, because we're all just looking to power up all of our Pokemon. But yeah, and also you will need some of that, some of those particles that you use for the max particles that you use for the Dynamax raids, so that you can go ahead and actually power up their movesets and also their shields. So just remember that some of this is just gonna take time, unless you want to spend the money for the star pieces and you want to spend the money for the max particles, because I know you can actually purchase those. And I am fully going free to play this year. Previously, I was actually paying to play, which I have my own thoughts and opinions about pay to play and free to play and all that stuff, because I've done both, or I'm doing the other one. So I've paid to play for the longest time, almost ever since the game started. So there's obviously a lot of pros to it, but there's some cons to it as well. Obviously, like, you're spending money for a game, and some people might not agree with that because just of the trajectory that Pokemon Go is going in, since a lot of people are kind of against Pokemon Go at this very moment because of certain things that they're doing. And I will personally say that I've almost stopped keeping up with all the news that Pokemon Go has at this moment, just because I have my own personal issues going on. But I also stopped purchasing any tickets and all that stuff, because I also did just realize that they upped the prices for the community days. And so I'm just going to show you guys another battle for this Dynamax battle, and I'm just going to ramble on about other things, but yeah, I'm not even sure where I was, but I guess I'll just ramble on just by starting off talking about the year. So first of all, happy 2025 to everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing well and entering the year with a good fresh start, with some good mental health and some good physical health, and let's all try to do some good this year. But anyway, yeah, one of my biggest goals is to, of course, just be able to put out more videos, and like I've mentioned in the past before, I am going to be shooting more content that might not be Pokemon Go related. So if you are liking this Pokemon Go content, it's not going to go away. I'm going to be consistently doing it. I will say, though, that I haven't been playing as much Pokemon Go as I have in the past. That's just something that, for some reason, I just kind of been a little bit fatigued in Pokemon Go. I still open it daily. I'll still do, some daily tasks, but I'll close it. But I feel like previously I was, in it, half the day, and then it just slowly started deteriorating just because I'm already at level 50, and I have a lot of Pokemon that I've already wanted, and also I feel like the content has been so geared towards group settings, and while I think that that's awesome, I also think that it's going to hinder a lot of the Pokemon Go fan base, because some of us, or a lot of you guys, don't live near or around people that do a lot of, or play a lot of Pokemon Go, right? Some of us are kind of hindered that we can't do a lot of trading because we don't know people that play Pokemon Go. We can't go, or not we, but some people can't go out to play Pokemon because it might be dangerous where you live, right? Or it might be inaccessible to have a large park area or a large city to spin a lot of Pokestops. I think just recently there was those Gigantamax battles that I didn't even partake in because I live pretty far away from the city, and I also live in a town where not a whole lot of people play. There's some consistent people, but I didn't have 30 plus people or 20 plus people to be able to do those battles. So that's just impossible, right? So I probably won't even ever have those Pokemon, those Blastoise and Charizards and Venusaurs and all that, and then the future Pokemon. Like one of my favorite Pokemon came out in Gigantamax, which was Gengar, and I can't have it because I just can't do the battles right. So yeah, and yeah, I've also just been again playing it a lot more relaxed, and it's been a little bit better for me because I even like had to skip the community day for Sprigatito, just because when I first started off the year, I started off with my family, and me and my girlfriend went out to Cincinnati as like a little mini vacation. So I ended up skipping Sprigatito community day, completely forgetting about it while we were driving back home. It's about like a 5-hour, 6-hour drive back home, so wasn't able to play it all. But that's fine, because I know at the end of the day, it's still going to be satisfying to catch a Sprigatito, a shiny one, of course. But yeah, I got to miss that event, and yeah, I guess that's what's been going on. I have no idea. I just kind of rambled on nonsensically for a while, but yeah, as you guys are watching the Cryogle max battle, you guys can see that it is very possible to solo it, and in fact I feel like it just got a lot easier the more and more I was doing it. I've already done a handful at this very moment, so I'm going to continue to do them, and I'm actually excited for more of these 3-tier battles, because I think it's been Phalanx, Beldum, Cryogle, and I can't even I think there was maybe 1 or 2 more. But then now there's tier 2 as well. So I'm gonna continue to do some more of these, and then yeah. And also, just so you know, I think you guys can see like that I'm listening to music at the time of like recording this. I just found out that you're actually able to screen record and also listen to music through YouTube Music. So fun little fact if you guys are looking to do that. If you guys ever want to, make your own YouTube videos, so that way you're not missing out while you're out playing Pokemon. But yeah, listen to the Flaming Lips, by the way. Seven Skies H3. It's like a 24-hour album. If you guys are interested, I don't know. Just thought I'd put that information out there if anybody was curious. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'll show you guys the IVs for this one as well. As the last one, was not good. I feel like anytime I do these solo ones, I never get good IVs. But it is what it is, I guess. So thank you guys for sticking around and watching. And I won't promise like consistent videos, but I will promise that I will keep putting out videos. I already have 22 of you guys. Thank you so much for watching and consistently keeping the support. I appreciate it. And until next time.